I hope all of you healthy and happy. Doesn't matter, what kind of situation you have been going through, but try to be very happy. So before we start the Sur Offering chanting, many of you, I think, have been practicing the Sur Offerings. So when we make a Sur Offering, so we need a substance to burn in fire, then the fragrance, the beautiful smell. So we will bless, you need to bless by Om Vajra Amirta or Om Ahum. So before you bless the substance, the most important, what we need to burn in fire. So in Singapore, the basis you can use flour, like sometimes you can buy from Little India. There's actually flour for eating, 6-7 grains they mix together. So you can buy the flour. Also, you can buy the normal white flours. Then you need to add 3 sweetness, mean white sugar, brown sugar, and honey. Right? Then 3 whiteness, mean milk, yogurt, and butter. This, I think, very easy to buy anywhere in Singapore. Plus, then you need 6, other substance. This one you can buy like a Tibetan monastery and nunnery. They mix all the 6 substance together, make a powder. Then there's another substance they call, the nectar powder. Also, they mix some other substance. Plus, you can add, kind of incense powder. Make sure in the substance you should not mix any kind of, garlic, onion, like a meat, animal fat. Those are not supposed to mix when you make a Sur Offering. Then fire, you can make, wooden fire, chakra or coal. Easy one, I think, you can just buy the, chakra, easy to burn. Then the fire you must put in the one, beautiful and clean container. Possible, you can put the fire in the clay pot, not the iron pot. This is the fire, the substance, the blessed by Om Ahum. Clear? Then, so before you burn the substance, the sur, first you really need to generate bodhicitta. Then you need to reflect on emptiness. Within the generating bodhicitta and emptiness, the first you yourself need to arise as one of the Avalokiteshvara, which is the compassionate Buddha, the Buddha of compassion. So when you visualize you yourself as a Avalokiteshvara, namely Khasarpani, then your hand do the giving mudra, like the palm face out, just remember, visualize your hand just below, put in just your like knee, like this, and like this. And this hand, you look like you look like you are resting. You put just behind like this, and remember this hand hold the stem of the flower. Then second, you need to visualize the sixth syllable, which is she, in your heart. Now, you just imagine you fully visualize yourself arise as one of the Avalokiteshvara. In your heart, there's a sixth syllable she. Then you can recite the mantra for visualizing the container to making the sur. The container itself also manifest from the one of the six syllable, which is broom or doom. The doom, manifests into big container, the beautiful big container with a lot of auspicious, syllables. Then within the container, you need to visualize Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Then second, when you say Om Ahum, the three syllables melt into light, transform into sur, which has a beautiful fragrance. This container you need to visualize much bigger than the whole universe. That means now you fully prepare yourself, visualize as Avalokiteshvara, visualize the six syllable, and you prepare the container with the sur. The sur also manifests from Om Ahum. Right? Then third, then you need to invite Guru, all the gurus, Idam, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, Dakadakinis, all the Dharma protectors, and particularly the king of the smell eater with the routine. Then also the local gods and local deities. Then below them, you need to visualize all sentient beings, particularly the beings in the three lower realms. Right? Then when you burn the incense in fire, then you need to add little water. So I prepare the the vase. So you no need like any vase. You just splitting the water from the offering bowl. Any water you just drop few drop on the water. That means blessing the soul by nectar. So we have a two computer, one is there, one is here. Now you can see, first we need to chant taking refuge and bodhicitta. Page number, I think 2, right? Taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. Sanye Judan Soye Jona Lai Chanjo Bardo Dani Gyazu Chi. Please take refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I go for refuge and enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Here everybody must think, since today, until I am become a Buddha, I will accept the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha are my refuge. I will take them refuge until I am become a Buddha, until I am completely free from suffering. Next, bodhicitta. Dāgi jinso ye be so nangi, dōla benje san ye nrubar sho. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Please generate bodhicitta, mean the mind which is wish to be Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Next page, next self-generation and invocation. I instantly appear as a khasarpani, white in color, with a face, one face and two arms. My right hand is granting sublime realization, and my left hand is holding the stem of white lotus, resting on a moon cushions. I sit it in the half vajra posture and half in the interval second drop over my left shoulder. Light radiates from the syllable she in my heart. Please visualize you yourself as arise as a one of the Avalokiteshvara followed by the stanza. Remember the syllable in your heart. Syllable she in my heart. I inviting the guests of the nirvana, mean all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Samsara will take their seat on the comfortable cushion. Please visualize Guru, Idam, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, hearer and solitary realizer, Dakatakinis, all Dharma protectors, then the king of the smell eater, and the local deity and gods, all sentient beings. Now we start the sur burning. Om Bandara Ameda Undale Hana Hana Be. So the fire, so we cannot keep in temple because we have a fire alarm. So after I burn the sur in fire, I put outside. So still you need to visualize the sur in the big container in front of you. So today we have two offerings. One is the sur in front of the temple. Behind, I offer the incense. Now, the sur we offer to Avalokiteshvara. Om Savadada Gata Savadada Gata Sarvadharma. Om Sambhava Shuddha Savadama Sambhava Shuddha. Within the state of emptiness, the syllable Brahm appears syllable in the actuality, your non-dual wisdom, experiencing emptiness with a great bliss. The syllable Brahm transformed into precious vessels, vast and the spacious. The syllable Om or Hum appear above the vessels and melt into light. We transform into perfect aroma that provides all the earth, sky, delighting all the sense. This enjoyed by the guests merely thoughts the power of reciting the words. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Make sure you visualize huge container. The container is full with the sur, which is arise from Om Ahum. Then the fragrance goes all directions in the Buddha fields, all directions in the samsara. This means all the samsara, all parts of the world, samsara, completely can fill with the fragrance. Also, all the Buddha fields also completely filled with the beautiful fragrance. The fragrance first we offer to Avalokiteshvara. Name Savadadangavada Avalokite Sambara Sambara Hu 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 Name Savadadangavada Avalokite Sambara Sambara Name Savadadangavada Avalokite Om Sambara Sambara Hu Name Savadadangavada Avalokite Om Sambara Sambara Hu. Second, we offer the fragrance to the smell eater. Om Gende Gama Guna Bunza Idam Kaga Kaye Kaye. Om Gende Gama Guna Bunza Idam Kaga Kaye Kaye. Om Gende Gama Bunza Idam Kaga Kaye Kaye. Om Gende Gama Guna Bunza Idam Kaga Kaye Kaye. Om Gende Gama Guna Bunza Idam Kaga Kaye Kaye. Also, we set up 7 sets of offering. Offer all the offering to all of the Shora, all the gurus, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, Dhamma protectors, local deities, the smell eater, and all sentient beings. Om Argam Bade Samasoha, Om Paeda Bade Samasoha, Om Pube Bade Samasoha, Om Adube Bade Samasoha, Om Aloge Bade Samasoha, Om Alugende Bade Samasoha, Om Nivide Bade Samasoha, Om Shabda Bade Samasoha. Next, please prostrate to the 4 Buddha. I prostrate to Tathagata many jewels. I prostrate to Tathagata holy beautiful forms. I prostrate to Tathagata very gentle body. I prostrate to Tathagata victorious one, free all fears. All the 4 Buddhas manifest into the all parts of the world, manifest for all sentient beings free from fear. Next, offer all the fragrance to one by one from Guru to all the sentient beings, all sentient beings. This offering of uncontaminated aroma endowed with the quality of the 5 senses, I offer and dedicate to all gurus. The gurus in the past, present, and future. The gurus exist wherever they are, particularly the 17 Narada masters. All the gurus in all parts of the world. Deities mean idam, offer all the fragrance, the beautiful fragrance to all the idams into 10 directions. Offer the fragrance to triple gems. All dakas and dakinis. All the dharma protectors. Once more, offer the fragrance to the gurus, idam, Buddha and Bodhisattvas, and dharma, Jagadakinis, all Dharma protectors. I offer and dedicate it to the king of the smell eaters, Rabga, and so forth, and to the entirety of smell eaters. To the mother sentient beings of the six realms, offer the fragrance to all sentient beings, particularly all the beings in the hell beings, hungry beings, and all animals. All the human beings, all the beings in form and formless realms, and to the entirety of regional deities and landlords, all the local deities and gods, all parts of the world, particularly the local deities and god, all parts of the Singapore. If any local deities and god living around your house, also offer the fragrance to them. And to those who start to revenge karmic debts. In our past life, we own so many things from others. We could not return them their owns. So this lifetime, if there's somebody start to revenge us, please offer fragrance to them to fulfill their desire, their needs. All the karmic debts, especially to all the intermediate state beings of those who were killed, whoever killed by someone, particularly this day, there are so many people are killing in Afghanistan, killed, commit suicide between yesterday and today, whoever committed suicide, and those being who naturally died. This word is missing here. In Tibetan they said, chip, she, somebody died naturally, who haven't been able to find a new body yet. Please offer the Sur, the fragrance, to all the intermediate state beings who are killed, who committed suicide, who naturally died. Those beings who are still in the intermediate state, offer the neck and the Sur, fulfill their desire, fulfill their wishing. Once more, to all the intermediate state beings of those who were killed or committed suicide, naturally died, who haven't been able to find a new body, please accept our offerings, fulfill your wishing and your desire. When all the guests have attained satisfaction through a range of all wishes, work to pacify all obstacles for me. So here you need to change the me obstacle for all the donor and sponsor, the contributor, to have long life. Once more, when all the guests have attained satisfaction through the range of all wishes, work to pacify all obstacle for me, obstacle for all the donor, sponsors, contributor, have long life, no sickness, and extensive activities. In the donor, today we have more than 500 people named, include their family. To have long life, no sickness, extensive activity, to control the three realms by giving, teaching, and to achieve my aims, to achieve aims of all the sponsor and donor, invention them. Also, may all the intermediate state beings be liberated from fears and sufferings. Remember the instruction of the Guru and be reborn in Sukhavati, pure land. Realms of the great bliss. Please have a strong prayers. All the beings who are intermediate state, they are very enjoyed our offering. Also, they are able to remember all the teachings of the Buddha and born in pure land. Also, may all the intermediate state beings to be liberated from fear and suffering. Remember the instruction of the Guru and be reborn in the Sukhavati pure land and the realm of great bliss. With the karmic depths settled in the past lives, even though this life, we received so many things from others. We're not able to return their kindness. We still have our debts from there. Through our Sur Offering, we are able to return, we are able to pay back their kindness. Therefore, with the karmic debts settled, may all may greater to be endured, be enjoy and happiness through the Sur Offering, through the blessing from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all sentient beings, very happy and they are really enjoy. 6. On page number 7. May all the regional deities and landlords always offer their support unwaveringly. We offer the fragrance of Sur to the original deities and landlord. They are very much appreciate the offering. Therefore, we request them always offer their support unwaveringly. May I, at the time of my death, be free from suffering of heavy sickness, and having been reborn in pure land, work for welfare and happiness for all migrators. Also, that what we need to change. May all the donors, contributors, at the time of their death, be free from suffering of heavy sickness, and having been reborn in pure land, work for welfare and happiness for all migrators. Once more offer the Sur to all the gurus, idams, triple gems, hearer and solitary realizers, Dakakinis, all the Dharma protectors, the king of the simulators, all the original deities and landlords, all the beings who are still in the intermediate state, particularly the being who killed, who committed suicide, who haven't taken a rebirth, offer the fragrance, offer the Sur in the big container to all sentient beings, particularly the beings in the 3 lower realms, particularly the hungry beings, the hell beings, the animal beings, all the animals. Also offer the fragrance for the being, the form and formless beings, and all human beings. Offer the fragrance and the Sur to the karmic debtor who haven't returned their kindness. May I, at the time of my death, be free from the sufferings of the heavy sickness, and having been reborn in pure land, work for the welfare and happiness for all migrators. May all the donors and sponsors, the time of their death, free from sufferings of the heavy sickness, and having been reborn in pure land, work for the welfare and happiness of all migrators. Here everybody just imagine you are very critical condition. Everybody became hopeless. I can be survive. Now you can imagine all your four elements become weaker and weaker, cannot function anymore. Now you are almost, leaving this world. Suddenly you remember all your study and practicing about to generate bodhicitta. The moment of your death, then all the 8 bodhisattvas comes to you, ask you to go to Pure Land. You are born in Pure Land, then you can benefit all sentient beings. So next, dedication. Immediately upon arising of the appearance of the intermediate state, may I be shown the unmistaken path by the 8 bodhisattvas, having been reborn in the realms of the great blessed Sukhavati. May I lead all migrator beings in the impure realms. May there be uninterrupted enjoyment of the wealth, limitless, like the treasure of space. May there be no disputed and no harms, and may all act independently. Immediately upon having crossed over from this life, may I be magically reborn from the center stem of the lotus and the greatest of the all Sukhavati's Pure Land. Please do strong supplication for born in Pure Land. Deyata Om Benze Diya Avam Bodhana Yeso. Deyata Om Benza 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 Diya Bodhana. Deyata Om Benza Diya Avam Bodhana Yeso. Next, so in the future, after we born in Pure Land, still we need to practice the Mahayana path, mainly bodhicitta. So we are not sure the next life we can born in Pure Land or not. The most importantly, this lifetime, we are physically, mentally, we are very healthy. We have been receiving all the important teachings, particularly teaching about practicing bodhicitta. Also, we receive many times the instruction of how to generate bodhicitta, how to take the bodhisattva vows. Therefore, every day, every moment, please remember bodhicitta. Not just remember, every moment, every day, every moment, you generate bodhicitta based on great compassion. There's a two types, the two different ways we can generate bodhicitta. The easiest and also easy way to generating bodhicitta is through exchanging self and other. All the Mahayan teachings, all the the Kadampa teaching since Atisha, Lama Selingpa, all the teaching actually teach how to generate bodhicitta through exchanging self and other. So this practice we can do right now. We can do every moment. We should not just wait until we born in Pure Land, then we can practice bodhicitta. There's no guarantee we can born in bodhicitta, Pure Land. So when we practice bodhicitta, there's 7 points based on the Kadampa. The first, we need to reflect on the precious human life, so difficult to achieve, so difficult to have the human life, very easy to lose. Particularly, this time, all the food, all the drink we consume every day, most of them harm for our life. Therefore, first you recognize the important human life we have. Then meditate on impermanence and death. Meditate on the subtlety of cause and effect. So when you reflect on the subtlety of cause and effect, then suddenly you're able to generate renunciation. This is first step. Second, then you need to cultivate great compassion. Second is actually, generating bodhicitta. There's two, the conventional and ultimate bodhicitta. If you don't have, the right understanding of emptiness, then for you can generate the conventional bodhicitta, then ultimate bodhicitta. So how we can generate the conventional bodhicitta based on exchanging self and other? First, we need to recognize me and others are equally want happiness, doesn't want suffering. Me and others, any others, human being, non-human being, we are equally don't want any sufferings at all. Therefore, first you must have an equal mind, you and others. Then you must think, how many I am just only one person. Other means there's a billions of others. Compared with other and you, then you are nothing. Others are more important. First, you have an equal mind, you and others. Then you need to exchange the attitude. Until now, I'm always thinking me and myself first, then my family. We totally ignore others. So since today, first I think others. I want to ignore myself. I want to ignore myself. I only focus for other benefits, other welfares. Because you are just one, others are numberless. In order to exchange the two attitudes, self-centered attitudes, other-centered attitudes, self-cherishings and other cherishings. In order to exchange these two attitudes, then we must know the faults, the sufferings and problem. Everything I have is caused by self-cherishing, self-centered attitudes. If I don't want suffering, I need to eliminate, control self-centered attitudes. I have a strong desire. I always want to be happy. The happiness actually arises caused by other cherishings. And you can see the benefit of other cherishings, the harmful of self-centered attitudes. Then slowly you consider more others and other. Finally, you only consider others. Look like you don't have any self-cherishing. So this is the second point, generating bodhicitta. After you generate bodhicitta, then third point, you need to practice giving and taking. The fourth point is that you need to know how to transform all the problems, sufferings, difficulty things into the path. The fourth. The fifth, then, there's samaya, commitments, and also these are the sixth point. The seventh point is very important. The more you practice bodhicitta, whatever appears to you, it cannot disturb you, cannot disturb your mind, cannot disturb your bodhicitta. For example, right now, everybody generate great compassion. Certainly, our enemy appear in front of us. We cannot have any anger and hatred. Instead of having anger and hatred, suddenly we have a love and compassion towards the enemy. This means the enemy cannot disturb your bodhicitta. Also, while we are meditating on bodhicitta, suddenly one of the most beautiful things appear to you, which you have a very strong desire to have these beautiful things. Suddenly, most of the beautiful things appear to you. Also, it doesn't disturb your bodhicitta and compassion. That means whatever appears to us every moment, it cannot not allowed to disturb our practice. Mean you know how to practice dharma, means you know how to transform the negativity, the difficulties, problem, suffering into the path. So if you know how to transform the negativity into pot. Everything become the conducive condition to practice your dharma. Bad news can cause generating bodhicitta. Good news, beautiful object, ugly object, losing your job, losing your position, losing your health, losing your relatives. So how we can transform all the negativities? For example, certainly you have a very serious illness. You must think, well, I have an illness, I'm seriously ill. The illness caused by negative karma. I should not worry the sickness. I must more focus purifying the negative karmas. Also, when you are going through a lot of sufferings, must think, oh, I don't want to suffer, I want happiness. So you should not just be upset and unhappy. You put a lot of practice, do a lot of practice for accumulating merit. So through practicing bodhicitta, everything you can transform into the path. So therefore, the Sur Offering is a very simple. So while, so I have been offering the Sur for, I think, more than 20 days. We will offer another maybe 10 or 12 days. So every moment, every day when I offer Sur, first I take refuge, generate bodhicitta, visualize our Lord the Shora, arise as our Lord the Shora, then offer the Sur, bless the Sur, then offer to Guru, Idam, Buddha, Buddhist, particularly all sentient beings. I imagine, all the Sur, we offer each of the sentient beings as, important our guests. When I offer the Sur to lower realms being, also, in one hand, I must remember suffering of the lower realms. In the other hand, I must cultivate pure love and compassion. And also this Sur Offering is very important, important, also really benefit the being who are in the intermediate state. Also, this Sur Offering practice is very simple practice to return your karmic debts. So, in the past, we own so many things. How we return their money, the clothes, property, whatever, we cannot. Therefore, the Sur, you can transform into a different object and offer to the karmic debtor. Right? Therefore, so today we complete the Sur Offering. So every day I offer the Sur between 5:30 to 6. I don't think any of you, that moment reciting the sadhana. If you have free time, you just have only half hour, you go through the recitation very slowly, to the proper visualization, generate proper motivation, do the proper dedication. So the Sur I offer from TBC. And also, so at the end, when you do dedication, include all sentient beings, particularly include, all the person who, send their name. This morning I count the number. I think we have more than 500 people named who make offering who make a donation for the Sur Offering, who make a donation for the fruit offering, so who make a donation for dedication for their, their relatives who pass away. Okay, thank you so much. Have a happy Sunday. Thank you.